In our quiet moments, we seek peace amid fear and anxiety. This is a divine appointment for reflection today. We often feel lost in chaos, fighting waves of uncertainty. But remember, you are here for a purpose. As we explore biblical stories, let's open our hearts to transformation and the lessons God has for us. Today, we will learn about a powerful biblical principle that speaks to our daily lives. This principle will guide us in navigating our relationships, decisions, and emotional challenges. Let us embark on this journey together, applying God's wisdom to our everyday lives. As they struggle against the storm, Peter looks out to see a figure approaching on the water, fear gripping his heart. The wind howls around them, amplifying the chaos as they realize it's Jesus walking toward them on the waves. Peter calls out, "Lord, if it is you, tell me to come to you on the water." His voice shakes, revealing his desperation. Jesus replies, "Come." With a mix of faith and fear, Peter steps out of the boat, his heart racing. As Peter walks, he feels the wind and sees the waves, doubt creeping in and fear rising. Suddenly, he begins to sink. "Lord, save me," he cries out, his voice breaking amidst the storm. Immediately, Jesus reaches out his hand and catches Peter, pulling him back to safety. "You of little faith," he says, "why did you doubt?" Jesus asks gently, revealing the importance of faith in moments of fear. Once on the boat, the wind dies down, and the disciples worship Jesus, amazed by his power over nature. This moment teaches us that even in our greatest fears, Jesus is with us, ready to lift us up. We are called to step out in faith, even when the storms of life seem overwhelming. Reflect today, where can you trust Jesus more in your life? Let his presence calm your storms. As Peter walks towards Jesus, he feels the waves beneath his feet and hears the storm's roar. Yet, his eyes are fixed on Jesus. The other disciples watch in awe, their hearts racing. They can hardly believe what they see: Peter walking on the water. Suddenly, a strong gust of wind blows, and Peter feels his fear creeping in. He begins to look around at the waves. In that moment, Peter's faith wavers. He feels the water beneath him shift, and doubt begins to sink in. Peter cries out, "Lord, save me!" His voice pierces through the storm, filled with desperation and hope. Immediately, Jesus reaches out his hand and catches Peter. "You of little faith, why did you doubt?" he asks gently. Peter feels the warmth of Jesus' grip. As he is lifted from the water, a sense of relief washes over him. Together, they walk back on the water to the boat. The storm begins to calm as faith takes root within Peter. Once on the boat, the wind ceases and a profound peace fills the atmosphere. The disciples worship Jesus. One disciple exclaims, "Truly you are the Son of God." Their hearts are filled with newfound faith and awe. As the boat sails towards the shore, Peter reflects on the lesson learned: faith is stronger than fear. Back on land, the disciples share this miraculous experience with others. Their faith has grown deeper. Peter recalls each moment leaving the boat, the touch of Jesus' hand, and the stillness of the storm. The memory strengthens him, teaching him that even in uncertainty, he can rely on Jesus. Mainly, Peter learns to focus on Jesus, not the storm. This principle resonates deeply with the other disciples. Their discussions lead to heartfelt prayers, seeking to strengthen their faith and learn from this experience. They share stories of other times Jesus exhibited his authority over nature, reinforcing each other's faith. As they pray and reflect, they realize that storms often come, but their response can be anchored in faith. One disciple shares, "The storms of life can shake us, but with faith, we can stand firm on the water." This moment transforms their understanding, illustrating that faith is not the absence of doubt, but its triumph. Together, they commit to supporting one another when facing life's storms, promising to keep their eyes on Jesus. As they prepare to leave the shoreline, the bond between them deepens, knowing they are united in faith. Each disciple carries the lesson in their hearts. Their faith has power, capable of overcoming doubts. As they head into the world, they are ready to face future storms, equipped with an unshakable faith. As Jesus and Peter return to the boat, the disciples remain in awe of the storm's sudden calm. Peter looks at Jesus, realization dawning on him about the depth of faith needed. The disciples begin to discuss amongst themselves, their hearts stirred. One disciple expresses his newfound belief, attributing it to Jesus' divine power. Another disciple recalls the scriptures, connecting hopes with the miracle they witnessed. Together, they marvel at how faith can shift the very nature of their reality. Jesus encourages them to carry this faith forward, beyond the confines of the boat. He emphasizes the importance of remembering this lesson during future storms. With renewed purpose, they feel equipped for the challenges they will face. Peter's heart swells with gratitude, understanding the meaning of true trust. They begin to pray together, committing their journey to God's guidance. The boat sails onward, their hearts united, ready for whatever is to come. As the boat sails onward, the disciples recount their fears and doubts, pondering the depth of their experience with Jesus. Peter speaks up, sharing how the storm revealed his struggles and strengthened his faith in Jesus' power. John reflects on the moment, encouraging each disciple to share their personal storms and how Jesus met them. They realize their collective journey is strengthened through vulnerability and sharing burdens. As they sail forward, they commit to inviting Jesus into their personal struggles, trusting in his presence. In unity, they resolve to share their experiences of faith with others facing their own storms.